Um, my head. Where am I? Oh, you're awake. Uh-huh. Who who are you? Oh, I found you while you were knocked out conscious. You were out in the middle of the desert. The desert? What? How did I get all the way out in the desert? I don't know. You were asleep for like a day. A day? Yeah. Actually, more like a week. A week? Yeah. When I saw you, it was a day. So I brought you in and then you were still asleep. The only reason I was able to find you was because your Pokemon, Dedenne, had rushed all the way over to the side of town. It was panicking, so I decided to follow it, and it ran back to you. It was nearly exhausted as well. I remember there was a guy with like dark blue hair and a behemoth, and then the next thing I know, I was knocked out. Yeah, although what's really surprising is you were knocked out that entire time, yet for some reason, your channel was still active. My channel, you know me? Not necessarily. I saw your channel because I was on YouTube recently, and I just happened to notice someone looked just like you. I assumed it was you, so I did some digging, and yeah, you're Tyrone TG3, correct? Yeah. But wait a minute, looks like me. And you said it was still uploading Can you please show me the video? Yeah, sure. Hello everybody, Tyrone TG3 here. This episode of Pokemon Horizons is called episode 15, Someone We Can't See. Who's a what's it? Oh my goodness. I gotta go. I gotta go find the airship. The airship. Did you see an airship? That's kind of vague. Do you know how many airships actually exist? Um, airship. It's kind of like orangish colored. It's got like these wings on it. I saw an airship leave Laventia not so long ago. Yeah. Okay. So I gotta go to Laventia. That's correct. There was actually a stream on Laventia. You could probably head there. You're not that far though, so you should be able to get there within a few hours. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. I'd be careful if I were you. You said, well, at least the person that looked like you said some not so liked things. I'll take care of that when I get over there. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Tyrone TG3 here. Time to review episode 16 of Pokemon Horizons. This episode is titled As Long as I'm with Quaxly. So this episode basically begins with everybody grouped up after the situation that happened last time. Turns out this Quaxly's just been freeballing it out of its Pokeball because it's never been a caught Pokemon. It's a wild Pokemon. You mean to tell me this idiot Dot had this Pokemon this whole time and never once considered capturing it? God, what a failure. Anyway, when she finally does decide to catch it, they go through an all-out search spree for the explorers. They're probably never gonna find them based on incompetency. We see how long it's taken them to find one girl. Liko wants to find them in order to get her pendant back, and they all wind up with the idea that the enemy must have escaped on a ship. When they go to find the ship, they end up on the wrong ship, or at least Free does, and ends up battling some random guy with a Bisharp. After that, though, we see our heroes find another ship on the docks. When they find a ship on the docks at the harbor area, they end up having a battle with Magneton and Behemoth. Spinel's over there fighting them in the back, and he basically beat the crap out of them. Quaxly does make a little bit of a comeback when Liko shows up with Sprigatito and Roy shows up with Coco. The three of them end up fighting off against Spinel. The fight gets a little intense, and I can see all the animation budget was used on it. What a worthless way in order to show off 3 starter Pokemon. Please, overrated as much. Everybody's saying this is one of the best episodes. These people need to get a life. Goodness. So the battle ends up going out, and somehow these 3 with their barely born Pokemon wind up defeating Magneton and Behemoth. Like, how? Anyway, after that, Umbreon shows up and basically Megidolans the entire trio. And when all seems lost, the freaking pendant does a Deus Ex Machina trick and glows to release the Arboliva that was caught earlier with an ancient Pokeball in it. Once Arboliva comes out, it basically acts as a ship. Yeah, this thing doesn't even fight. It just winds up becoming a makeshift boat in order to get them off from the harbor area. After that, Spinel basically admits defeat and leaves. And when all of that's said and done, the explorers have a lot more OCs, I guess, in order to come out and form a league in order to hunt down Liko and the rest of the gang. So we get that much information. And when we cut back to the group, Dot finally decides to tell Liko that she's Nidothing, and Liko reacts in a giant scream, as if it wasn't obvious. Literally with anyone with a speck of a brain cell could have picked that apart, and they chose to drag this out for so long. But the episode basically ends there. This episode was nothing but pure garbage. Everybody's going around saying, this is a 10 out of 10 episode. 10 out of 10. Are you serious? 1 out of 10 as far as you ask me. The best part of this episode, like I said before, it ended. Thank goodness. Episode 17 is titled Wattrel and Fuecoco, Secret Training. So it's probably going to be some useless filler. And hey! What? You somehow woke up and you're back. I should have known it was you. We meet again. Tyrone T. Would it be TD3 now? Yes. My name would be Tyrone TD3. You changed the God part, so I had to change the devil part. Yeah, way to go, idiot. You know what? I don't have to have this anymore. I'll just take care of it. Come over here. Why don't you just give it up? Give it up? You're over here taking over my channel. You're doing the review the wrong way and giving me a bad name. I'm actually doing you a favor. Don't you notice it? Notice what? Every time you say some controversial or terrible thing about Pokemon or say something that's negative, you wind up getting exposure. You wind up getting attention paid to you. I say things because they're constructive criticism. I'm not openly saying things just to be mad at them like you're doing. Yeah, but think about it. Every time everyone's disagreed with your takes, you've gotten some form of spotlight. It may be negative spotlight, but it's a lot better than what you're usually doing. Really stop and think about it. Like, really think about it, Tyrone. All of your hot takes, all of your controversial things, all of your negative things. Yes, some of them wind up getting overthought and people end up thinking the same way as you later or agree with you later. But the notoriety that you wind up getting from saying things that are so controversial, that challenge the norm, all of those things get way more attention. People are alerted to them. People look at you for them. And in the end of the day, that's what being a content creator is supposed to be about. It's exposure. It's attention. It's you getting the notoriety. Whether you're good and famous or infamous, it doesn't matter. I'm getting you more to the top than your videos and your streams ever could. All you do is try to be this hard-working program and content creator and bring all of these great things. But what has it gotten you? What, a slow burn of notoriety? But have you gotten anywhere, actually? I work hard. I do my best. And look what that's gotten you. You fought your hardest. And for what? A mediocre level of fame? Everyone around you always gets noticed before you. It's only when you're negative that you're at your best. Always know that. People already know who you truly are. They know that at the end of the day, it's me in the background giving you the praise that you deserve. You, on the other hand, you fight your hardest to be this positive person. You fight your hardest to give humor and make people laugh, but the world has outgrown you. The world has completely changed. The world around you doesn't accept your level of comedy, Tyrone. The world doesn't accept the type of person that you are. The world is going to hit you hard, and you need to hit back even harder. Otherwise, you're going to be in the exact same position. Where are you going to be years from now? 5, 10, 20? Looking back on this, knowing that you barely scratched the surface while others around you have been getting way more notoriety, whether it be from positive or negative. But you've never had the skills. You've never had the talent. You've always just sat there and worked your hardest. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're still you. Well, I guess since the jig is up, there's no point in me trying to review for you anymore. But I think I've done enough damage. I've destroyed 2 of your reviews already. Already made them controversial. Already made them something that you have to go back and fix. And if you do, no one's gonna care. Because the episodes would have already been over by this point. And what are your little crew gonna think of the reviews you did? Negatively talking about each and every last one of them. They're gonna see you for the person that you did, the person I made you into. They're not gonna see all the hard work you put into the previous reviews, because nobody cared. Other content creators have made better stuff already. Why do you even try this? I'm gonna leave. I'm headed back to the Explorers. As of you, you've got a choice to make, Tyrone. Which route will you take? Will you keep going down this frivolous road, trying to climb to the top and gain some form of notoriety? Or look back and know that all the content creators that do the exact same thing as you are doing it way better than you and have far outgrown you and your yesterday's news? At your X and Y, you were at the top for a little bit. But that was back when people weren't doing this as much. 10 years have passed since then, Tyrone. You are nothing. See you around. Tyrone TD3 out. Am I nothing? Has everything I've done up to this point just been a slow burn that'll eventually just snuff out? Is he right? There are better people that do this. Maybe I should stop while I'm behind.